Welcome to the Custom Copper and Zinc podcast, where craftsmanship meets timeless design. Hosted by Jorge Fiscal, owner of Custom Copper and Zinc, we dive into the art of custom metalwork and how it brings lasting beauty and durability to historic homes, modern builds, and visionary designs. Whether you're a homeowner, general contractor, architect, or interior designer, this is your go-to space for inspiration and expert insights into copper and zinc craftsmanship. Let's get started.
When working with primer metals like copper and zinc, the right installer can make all the difference. Jorge explains why it's crucial to hire professionals who are properly trained and certified to handle these metals. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Sofia Yvette, co-host / producer, back in the studio with Jorge Fiscal. Jorge, how's it going?
Hello, Sofia. Doing well. Hope you are.
Thank you, Jorge. So, why is it important to work with experienced, trained, or certified installers when using primer metals?
When I started troubleshooting in this large company, for the first couple of years, I was traveling all over to oversee and do the repairs. A lot of expensive mistakes, primarily on zinc installations. Basically, when we work with copper and zinc, we have to go with the basics of how these metals perform compared to regular painted steel, for example. We have to abide by a new set of rules. A lot of the times, companies want to be part of a certain project because it's in their territory, and the bid begins. A lot of the times, not having enough knowledge, they bid on a zinc project, I don't know, historic restoration with copper. When we work with these metals, it's a whole different set of rules. Even the tools that we use, they are all imported. Having the tools is one thing, knowing how to use them, it's a different thing. So, what I used to do is troubleshoot. We will find a lot of these installations relying entirely on sealants. Exposed fasteners is another common mistakes. Not utilizing the proper fasteners and also clips. We have to understand that copper and zinc, they behave differently as far as linear expansion. One of the basics is that we don't supposed to fasten through the metal. We have to allow for the metal for linear expansion. It will expand in the heat, in the hot summers, when it's over 100 degrees on the roof. It will expand 3 times as much compared to regular steel. In the winter, that same year, it will contract. So basically, the installer have to understand this and go by the rules and regulations by the water or by the ocean. We have to go by a different layout to withstand hurricanes, for example. When we talk about a metal roof, there are several systems. Here in this area, we have something called 5V. Basically, what it is they put screws with neoprene washers every foot or so, and they use it on horse barns and carports. That system, myself, I will not put in my house because eventually, due to linear expansion of the metal, every year, it will expand, it will contract. The hole through the metal, it will become bigger. In a couple of years, that roof, we will have to replace that hole every year, the movement back and forth by millimeters, but we have to go with a heavier gauge screw. There is but so much, perhaps 3 or 4 thicker screws. This is maintenance we want to avoid with the system that we use, which is double fold. These fasteners are concealed, sandwich, they are not visible. Therefore, the metal can move back and forth and over 100 years. These other systems usually fail. There's some that just snap on. There's some that just require a single lock. The double folds can, as I understand, withstand category 4 hurricanes, which is over 156 miles an hour winds. These double folds will not come undone. So it's like cars. We have, you know, if we go with the exposed fastener system, it's going to be very inexpensive. Over time, the question is, how long would that metal roof last? How much maintenance is involved? And it's fairly easy. A house can be done in a day with that system. It requires no training, no special skills, just a drill and some of the basic things that we do in construction. For a copper, if that same roof size was being done with copper, we have to do special fold bread pans, and we have to have a specialized team that knows what they are doing. We also have to go with usually at least 3 or 4 stainless steel screws and fasteners. So basically, we got deep into knowing all of the faults, correcting other people's work, and these mistakes could be very expensive. A lot of the times they do have some repairs. A lot of the times everything has to be turned off, and these materials are not cheap. If they have a fault, for instance, we found one time a zinc roof installed with, somebody decided to use regular steel nails, and we had some copper nails, and the galvanic corrosion, or white rust as we call it, over time started doing its effect. We investigated, we pried it out, and that's what we found. Poorly ventilation creates condensation under the zinc, and this causes for the roof, for a metal roof, not to breathe and to rust from the inside out. So all of these issues, technical issues, we had found, and that gave us the experience of learning more about, it's not only a metal roof. We had come to help these big companies who get a contract and they are in the middle of winter. For instance, they weren't aware that the zinc, it's cold brittle. This metal, with just a simple 90-degree fault, will break if temperature is below under 45 degrees. And then they have this standing seam metal roof where, oh, this metal is no good, they say. They call us, look, it breaks, it's cold brittle. So basically what we have to go and hire another person, preheat that standing seam and seam it by hand. They were not aware of that. They were not expecting that extra expense. It's very extensive, but basically when we are dealing with these prime materials, a whole different set of rules we have to go by, and we recommend the homeowner or the crew involved to get a qualified mechanic. Usually we get certified by these companies such as BM Prefa, and others.
Love it, Jorge. We'll catch you in the next episode. Have a fantastic rest of your day.
Thank you. You as well.
Thanks for tuning in to the Custom Copper and Zinc podcast. If you're ready to transform your project with custom copper or zinc solutions, Jorge is here to help. Reach out today. Email him at jfiscal, that's JFISCAL, at nc.rr.com, or call or text at 919-538-9284. From historic renovations to cutting-edge designs, Custom Copper and Zinc has you covered. Until next time, keep creating, keep building, and let's make something timeless together.